Okay, we are now on the back of your review sheet. Question 13 says, this is our f of x, this is our g of x. What's the domain of f of g? That little circle means that we're going to plug g of x in for the x and the f of x, which means that f of g equals the square root of 7 minus x. Now remember that this has to be greater than or equal to 0. So 7 minus x is greater than or equal to 0. And we move our x over, we get 7 is greater than or equal to x. So x has to be less than or equal to 7. With 14, they've given us this, and we are going to find the inverse. So we're going to start by writing that as y equals 3 minus 9x. Then we swap our x and y. Divide by negative 9. So y equals x plus 3 over negative 9, or a inverse equals x plus 3 over negative 9, which we can take out. Some of these have the negatives gone there. Oh, sorry, guys. I made a mistake. This should be negative 3. So x minus 3 over negative 9, which is going to be 3 minus x. Right there, x minus 3 over negative 9 is right there. Sorry. Don't skip steps, because then you make mistakes. So this is an evaluate the expression. We're going to plug negative 2 in for x. So we get negative 2 squared minus 5 times negative 2 plus 22. So you get the square root of 4 plus 10 plus 22, which is the square root of 36, which is just 6. Okay, so f inverse of 3 means that this is our f inverse and this is our x. So we kind of ignore this. We want to know where x is 3, which is here, which makes 2 our answer because we swapped them. This one, a cylindrical pipe is 25 feet long and has a volume of 900 feet cubed. What is the approximate diameter to the nearest hundredth of a foot? So volume is base times height, but you need to know that the base of a cylinder is a circle, which is pi r squared. So if this is the volume and this 25 foot long is our height, I'm going to zoom in over here to do this one. So we're going to have 900 equals our base, which is pi r squared, times our height, which is 25. So we're going to divide both sides by 25. And you will be using a calculator. Sorry, I'm doing it over here on the side. So we get 36 equals pi r squared. We divide by pi. And we get 11.46. And then we take the square root. And we get that r is approximately 3.39 feet. Okay, with this one, number 18, notice that there is a 5 in the denominator of both of those exponents. So we are going to raise both sides of this equation to the 5th power. What happens then is that we get x minus 3 squared is equal to x minus 1. Because 2/5 times 5 is 2, 1/5 times 5 is 1. And now we have a quadratic that we know how to solve. So we get x squared minus 6x plus 9 equals x minus 1 minus x squared minus 7x plus 9 equals negative 1. and we add 1 to both sides. X squared minus 7x plus 10 equals 0. Then I don't really care how you solve this quadratic. I am going to factor it. X minus 5, x minus 2. So x is 5 or 2. Now I need to plug these back in, both of them, to see if there's any extraneous solutions. So to do that, I'm going to actually use my calculator. So I'm going to do 5 minus, when I plug in 5 minus 3 to the 2/5 equals 5 minus 1 to the 1/5. So 2 to the 2/5 is 1.31, and 4 to the 1/5 is that same number, 1.31. So 5 works. Then I need to know if 2 works. So we get 2 minus 3 to the 2/5 equals 2 minus 1 to the 1/5. So I'm going to get negative 1 to the 2/5, and I get negative 1. And then I get 1 to the 3/5, which gives me positive 1. Those are not equal, so 2 does not work. 4 more problems, y'all. We can do this. Okay, 19. This one looks really, really ugly. So what we're going to do, if you'll remember from when we did 5/4, we're going to subtract the less simple one over like that. So we get the square root of x plus 5 equals 5 minus root x. Then we will square both sides. So we get x plus 5 equals, and then when we square this side, we're going to get 25 minus 10 root x minus x, or plus x, excuse me. So now I'm going to get everything over away. I need to isolate this part. So I'm going to subtract x, and I get 5 equals 25 minus 10 square root x. I'm going to subtract the 25 over. So I'm going to get negative 20 equals negative 10 root x. Divide by negative 10, divide by negative 10. And I now get 2 equals the square root of x. So then when I square both sides, I get that 4 equals x. But I'm not done. I need to plug that back in. So I get the square root of 4 plus the square root of 4 plus 5. And we're going to hope that that equals 5. So this is 2 plus 3, which equals 5. So that works. And that is our answer. You do have to check these every time. All right. 20. A store increases all of its prices by 20%, then offers a 50% discount or $50 discount on all the purchases or all the prices. Let x represent the price in dollars. And so this f of x equals the increase, and g of x represents the discount. Which function can the store manager use to find the final purchase price? Well, they're doing this first, right? And when we do something first, we put it on the inside of what we're doing second. So what we're looking for is g of f of x, or g circle f. Okay, 21 is another lovely little problem. So what we're going to do with this is we're going to decide which one of these we want to move to the other side. And it doesn't really matter. Ooh. So we're going to do square root x plus 1 plus equals 2 minus the square root of x minus 1. And we will square both sides. And we're going to stop there. We'll do 21, 22, and 23 in another video.